Hello everyone and welcome to Club Reaction here on Club at 22, the Rangers podcast 2. Rangers 6, Kilmarnock 0. Yes, you heard me correctly. No, that is not a joke, and no, this is not a test. I am Scott Carney and I'm here to bring, I am very positively and happy here to bring you reaction to arguably the best domestic performance we've seen under Clement. That's how good and how clinical Rangers were, especially in that second half today. I thought Rangers were really good today, really good, and I'm delighted to be able to be sitting here bringing you a positive reaction to a domestic game. Rangers were cutting edge, we were great movement, etc. Everything that we've been wanting to see. I don't know where that has been hiding, but thank the Lord that we went and found it, because it was required, it was needed, and yeah, I'm delighted. I really am delighted. I'm not going to lie. I was putting on my getting changed to get ready to go to the game tonight. I could hear the rain battering off the side of the house, and I was thinking to myself, what am I doing going to this? Because it was what I was expecting was a bit of a slog, and I'm not going to lie, but I am so happy I made that journey tonight, and I went to Ibrox because we were witness to some really good football by Rangers, and it is long overdue. I'll caveat it and say yes, because there will be people that will say it. I do get that it's just one game. I do get we've had a score line like this. I don't think we've had a performance levels like this, but we've had a score line like this earlier in the season. But this has to be, we have to take the positive from this. We really have to. Rangers fans, as old as you can probably tell by the tone of my voice, I have been longing for this for a long time, for a long time, and I'm just delighted that Rangers have managed to do it tonight and to put in that performance and that scoreline. The starting 11 tonight, I think, has a lot to do with how good Rangers were. I don't think it's a coincidence, and it probably raised a few eyebrows in terms of the starting 11 that Clement decided to go with. It was Butland, Tavernier, Suter, Balogun came in, Jeffrey. The midfield was Raskin, Diomande and Hadji, and then the front three was Igaman, Danilo and Tierney. Into the game itself, the formation didn't look the same, like completely the same. There was elements of it that I thought maybe it is the same, and it was quite difficult to differentiate. Whether Clement is just tinkering a little bit with it, I don't know. But I think the inclusion of Igaman and Danilo and Yanis Hadji, I need to give Hadji credit as well for the creative kind of feel around Rangers today. Was paramount. I think that the inclusion of them three were critical for it. In the game itself, Rangers should have took the lead really early on, with a chance from Igaman. I think it was on about 5 minutes. He really should do better with it. I don't know if it's unlucky, I'll need to see it back, but he is 6 yards out. I'd expect a striker to finish it. In the first 15 minutes, I thought Rangers were great. Honestly, I did. I thought Rangers we looked on it, we looked like we were being dangerous. Igaman had a shot from distance as well. We were moving the ball really quite well, and it was a much more positive start than what we've seen in recent times. I think maybe after that, I think there was a slight lull. I'm not saying it was the usual lull that you would usually see from Rangers, and then it was all kind of ended really with Raskin getting quite a bad head knock. I'll need to see this one back. I'm kind of shocked that the Kilmarnock defender didn't even get a booking for it, because I thought it looked like quite a nasty one. However, it was Nick Walsh who's the referee, and we all know on this channel that Nick Walsh is a plank of a referee, a truly terrible referee. He's not one of the ones that I think there's like unconscious bias with him. I just think he's awful. Honestly, I just think he's an absolutely terrible referee. But anyway, there you go. We've won, and I'm still there you go. Consistency and all that. You can complain about the referees when we win, even when we lose. But yeah, when Nick Walsh again tonight, just an idiot of a man. He really is. He's a shocking referee. But anyway, Raskin got the bandage on his head, which we all know gives superpowers. And Raskin went on to have a tremendous game. And I think really even before that, though, that's kind of been unkind to him, even before that, I thought Raskin was in charge of that midfield. I thought him on his own, he looked much more commanding. I don't think Diomande is necessarily the perfect partner, but I don't think Diomande was particularly great tonight. He's the only one that's a slight grey area for me in terms of their team performance. I'm not really sure what he offers just now. Too many times he's kind of lost in amongst it all a little bit. But Raskin seemed to have that whole number 6 role nailed down tonight. I thought he was very good at breaking up play. Thought he was very good at bringing the ball forward. His passing, everything about Raskin tonight, I thought he was very impressive. But we took the lead just not long after that. As I say, I thought we were kind of hitting the wee low. Yanis Hadji with a beautiful ball into the back post, and there's James Tavernier of old to tuck it into the net to make it 1-0. There was a VAR check for this that went on far too long, according to the boys in the group chat as well, that went at the game and watched it in the telly or whatever, or seen highlights or clips or whatever they'd seen it, but it was never offside. I don't know why it took as long as it did. He was well on, and yeah, we were 1-0 up. Danilo probably should have made it 2 with a header. I think he's got to score it. I'm not going to lie, I think he's got to score it. I know he's not played a lot of football recently, but even at that, it's a perfect golden opportunity. His header either way, a foot to either side of the keeper from where he headed it, and he probably scores. But half time we were 1-0. Spoke to Ali at half time on the concourse and said yes, that's an improvement. It's definitely better. I wasn't as chest out as I am at full time because we're about to come on to the second half, but I thought, yeah, I think we're looking in control. I don't think Kilmarnock really looked like scoring. I thought we were kind of controlling the game, and I thought just click on a little bit, take these chances when they're coming, and we could be in for a real positive night. And it's exactly what happened in the second half. Rangers in that second half generally were superb, absolutely superb. We put Kilmarnock to the sword in that second half. It was started with a goal by Danilo, who should have scored literally just before it. Great work from Tierney down the right hand side to cut it back to Danilo, and he has to score, but he doesn't. It's hit kind of straight at the keeper, but then it's he gets another attempt at it. He gets another attempt at it with Hadji getting his second assist of the night to get it to Danilo to turn it away to make it 2-0. And very, very quickly after that, Igaman picks up on a loose ball just outside the box and calls a beauty. I mean, it's a cracker right into the bottom right hand corner, and that completely knocked the stuffing out of Kilmarnock. It would have been very easy for Rangers at that point to take their foot off the gas because the game was done. You could see in Kilmarnock's reaction, their body language, that they knew the game was done, but Rangers didn't. We kept going and we started to play really good football, really creative football as well, and we were clinical with chances. We probably could have scored more, but I'm not going to complain the fact that the game finished 6-0 because it's all the things we've been wanting to see from this Rangers team. It really is. Tierney was the one that added the fourth. Again, great work by Raskin as he broke into the box. Really clever feet. Falls to Tierney. Tierney tucks it away. It's 4-0. Come on, then makes changes. He takes off Igaman, Danilo and Tierney, the front three, puts on Dow, Dessers and Barami. Maybe a wee bit shocked that he didn't start. I think a lot of people look at that, but again, I think every player needs to know that their position isn't 100% safe, that there's always going to be someone that's looking to take that jersey off them, that starting position off them. And right now we are getting to the point where we're getting that. Clermont is getting more options, and to bring on Cyril Dessers, who very much looks like he's fell down the pecking order, but the big man comes on and puts 2 goals away tonight. You can't ask much more. I said to Ali as it was coming on, I said, yeah, we might be 4 up, mate, but he must be looking at this and going, I've got a goal in this, and he goes on and scores 2. The first one comes from, honestly, an absolutely beautiful move down our left-hand side. Jeffrey whips the ball to Dessers. Dessers fires it into almost the roof of the net. It is a fantastic move. It's a really clever move as well, and it's a clinical move. It's creative. It's what we've been wanting to see. And yeah, and Dessers scores that one. Again, another VAR check, according to the group chat. Again, no real need for it. He was onside, and it's 5. And then shortly after, Dessers finds himself coming on to a 1 goal away from getting a hat-trick in the second half. But again, great work from Tavernier down the right-hand side to cut the ball back to Dessers, who makes no mistake with the finish. And we are 6-0 up. I thought players like James Tavernier attackingly, much more like it from James Tavernier. That was flashes of James Tavernier of old. It really was. And yeah, and I say for Dessers to come on and score a brace when he was on for a hat-trick in that second half. All 3 of our forwards, our strikers, if you like, in inverted commas, all 3 of them scored. You can't really ask for much more than that. The front three players that started the game scored a goal. This is all the contributing factors that we need in order for this team to be successful. But I honestly think Rangers in that second half can be extremely... Rangers were good for their money today. They can be happy with their night's work. I'm certainly happy with their night's work, as you can probably tell in my demeanour, because it's so refreshing to be able to do this, genuinely. It's been tough to just constantly be negative about the stuff that we've been watching domestically, but tonight the performance in that second half in particular is everything that we want to see. The players tonight have set a benchmark, in my opinion, because this is now in them. They can now play this football. They can break teams down. They can move the ball well. They are creative that when they are given some form of freedom. I do think Clement tonight has let them free a little bit. He's let the shackles off a little bit, and he's gave players freedom. Because Igaman in particular, for me, he's influential in every position that he plays along that front line. The left, the right, the centre, no matter where he is, he's got an influence to make. And it was nice to see them making the constant moves, the constant switching of positions, giving Kilmarnock something to think about constantly. This is what you're going to have to do against these teams, and Clement has done it tonight. Whatever he's done, whatever he's tinkered with, he has to continue with this. I think Igaman is going to be vital to that, and I can't believe I'm saying it, but I'm happy that I'm saying it, is that Yanis Hadji again was another difference maker tonight. 2 assists for him tonight. Every time he got the ball, he was looking for a positive pass forward. He was trying passes. Yanis Hadji doesn't hide in games, and I've always said that, but he wants the ball, he gets the ball, he wants to drive at players. He's happy to pick up places, bring the ball forward, lay off passes, try and find cut through, killer passes, through balls. He's trying it all. So tonight, everything just clicked. Everything, Rangers hit a gear tonight that we've been looking for. We've been stuck in neutral for a little while, and that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that we've clicked into a gear now, and this is something that we can now build on. It has to be something that we build on. This can't become an outlier. This has to become more of the norm. Rangers should be doing things like that against teams like Kilmarnock. I'm not meaning every game we should be going out and winning 6-0. That's unrealistic, but we should at least know that at some point we've got this in us, and the rest of the game should be 2-3 comfortable performances, not an own goal against St Johnstone away. This is what I've been getting at. The players have now set a standard, but Clement, we have to take the positives in tonight. You have to be positive about tonight. Every Rangers fan deserves to be positive about tonight. And I say I'm not getting too carried away. It might sound like I am, but I don't even care if it does sound like that, because I'm just happy from what I've seen from my team tonight. And it's been a long time since I can say that domestically. Whatever Rangers have done tonight has worked, and it was brilliant to watch. The second half was an absolute dream to sit there and watch that. It really was. Just so happy to be able to come out of Ibrox with a skip in my step. And it's been too long. It's been far too long since I felt like that. So I'm very happy with what Rangers have done tonight, and it has to be the start of this consistent run that we need in terms of decent performances, good performances, and scoring goals. We can do it as long as Clement gets the tactics right and the players respond to what he's trying to do. It's worked tonight. There's still a long way to go, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say that that's it, everything's all rosy in the garden, because it's clearly not. But we needed that. We really needed that, and I, for one, didn't see it coming. I don't think any Rangers fan can, hand on their heart, say that they've seen Rangers going out and putting 6 past Kilmarnock tonight with the weather, with everything else. I don't think anybody can really say that. So I'm very happy with what I've seen tonight, and I'm glad that I battled the range, battled the heavens to get there tonight, because it was well worth it, absolutely well worth it. A really enjoyable night at Ibrox, and also Gordon, who's messaged me, who I sit beside, and said maybe you should go and sit with Ali in the second half more often, because I did go sit with Ali in the second half. So yeah, maybe I do need to buy a season ticket next to Ali. Maybe I'll take credit for that one because I moved seat, but no. Man of the match tonight, the sponsors gave it to Raskin. Again, I can't really disagree with that, but I think Hadji, for me, again, I think he was just he looked the most dangerous, and look, Dessers has even got a shout for coming on and scoring 2 goals in about 10 minutes and whatever it was that he'd done. But it's so refreshing, and a sign of the performance tonight that there is a number of players that you could pick for man of the match, and they would probably all merit an argument to put forward for the man of the match, which has been long overdue. But we didn't look like we relied on one player tonight. We looked like we were great all over. Everybody tonight, dear man, I don't want to be too harsh on him, I really don't. I thought he was decent in spells, not great. He didn't offer very much, but the rest of the team around him were great for me, absolutely great for me. And yeah, a thoroughly enjoyable night at Ibrox. I did enjoy it, I definitely did. And more of the same, please Rangers, just more of the same. That'll do me for tonight. We'll be back on Friday. It'll be Alistair and myself for Club Live. We'll break down this game a little bit more. We'll have a positive Club Live to have. Thank the goodness of the Lord that it's happening, because yeah, it's been a very, very long time, and I'm relieved about it. I am relieved about it. You can both tell in my demeanour and the tone of my voice as well, just how much that I felt that I needed this as well, personally, for being a Rangers fan, for going to the games, that I needed to see this tonight, and I've seen it now. So we have to do everything to harness whatever that was tonight, and tacticians will break it down better than I can. I get that. I'm a layman's football fan, I'm a layman's Rangers fan, I really do get that, but we have to harness whatever that was and just apply it to as much of the football we can going forward, because that's what we want to be seeing, and that's what we should be doing. So yeah, very happy with tonight. Thank you for listening to me. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, all the usual stuff, and I'll speak to you on Friday on Club Live. We are Club at 22, the Rangers podcast. Cheers everybody.